like 6 years ago now, I think. During COVID, decided to open up the family channel. Obviously, not too much else on furlough, so we figured we started doing some recorded videos. And yeah, it's just something that takes our minds off things. It's something, it's an escape from everyday life, effectively. And it's a really good way to make memories, and also a good way to teach my lads how to act online, both with internet safety and of course how to act as a person online as well, because anything's online, obviously it's online, it stays there.
For me, I started playing Sea of Thieves in June of 2018. I missed the launch crew Reach by like 3 weeks. Darn. I streamed a little bit on Mixer back when Mixer was there, just kind of for fun to friends. And one of my friends said, "Hey, you should be streaming again." And I was like, "You know what? I'm a skeleton. Skeletons, we can play as skeletons in the game now." He kind of pushed me to get back into streaming because I always enjoyed it, and just kind of thought of some fun stuff, put it together, and just kind of made content for myself that I would like to watch, and hoped others would like it. And here we are. So
it's funny that you mentioned Mixer. I think Mixer was one of the things I watched on the Xbox, of course. But back then, well, it was 10 years ago. I didn't have any professional equipment whatsoever. I wish I could stream, but I didn't. And during COVID, I basically got a few monitors to work from home, and that went on and on to get me some extra stuff. And I think the real reason for me to start streaming was Sotfest itself, because I met a few amazing people that they were a tight community. It was the DG gaming community, and I started playing with them, and seeing them stream made me want to stream more and more, until the point I just decided, let's do it. And that was 3 years ago.
So we all have different journeys of how we've got into Sea of Thieves. And Sea of Thieves is very much a community-based game. So, we're all here because we've all, made these friendships. What is something really important to you that has helped you meet these new people and become part of the community within Sea of Thieves?
I used to. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Scott.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Reading you guys bone and clear, by the way. It's sounding good. When I first started, I wasn't really super big, within the community. Meaning I wasn't, I didn't know who was who. I wasn't watching people on Twitch really. I used to work in a hospital, and I used to always go on the forums. And then when I was working overnight, I put on Twitch and kind of watched. It wasn't really until I decided to start streaming that I started coming in to watch and meet people, and even before I hit the live button, I just fell in love with the community, people in chat, logging in every day and talking to people and recognizing and saying "Oh, Skillo, hi to everybody," and they're just, the community's so accepting. Every community has a couple bad eggs, no matter where you're at in life and what it is. So, but just general overwhelming positivity and just fun, and give it just giving each other crap and just having fun, while doing it, and just and then meeting people out on the sea also, just being competitive but also saying GGs and making it about having fun. So I fell in love with it, and I look forward to it every day.
So, my other experiences with community was basically World of Warcraft, where you had the option to make guilds and play with others. And every other game was more competitive, and you had a few teammates that was your community. But I'm a bit of a social, awkward person, and it took me a lot of guts to get here for the first time. But the Sea of Thieves community made that possible for me, because on the seas as well. You meet a lot of people, you don't know what to expect, but it's just weird how things can turn out and how a very sweaty session can turn into something wholesome. And that was basically the reason why I went here, and then meeting everybody here, and it's growing every year. Every year I see new people, meet new people, and that sense of community helped me grow as a person as well, because I was so socially awkward. So that's why the community really matters to me. You guys changed me.
Definitely.
So I was involved in a few different Discord communities before I fell into CFPs. But what really separates the CFPs community is the togetherness of everyone. It's all so supportive of each other, whether like Jan said there about where we have some really sweaty fights and then become good friends afterwards. You end up on the same cruise, you end up meeting in places like this. Honestly, the community just as a whole is just, I've never known anything like it. From all the different groups, there's quite a lot of different groups which I'm partially involved with, but it's so entwined with everything that everyone just seems to get on. We all have that mutual understanding and interest, and yeah, there's just nothing like this community, to be honest, and this event alone shows that. So.
Yeah, you mentioned World of Warcraft too, and I played a bunch, and it was always like, the guild and doing all that. And one thing I've been playing from North America, it was all just like North American people. We all have the same culture, kind of, for the most part, and it's been cool actually, like playing Sea of Thieves and meeting people from different parts of the world. People in my community, and the counseling crew, you guys out there, just everybody's just got different parts from different parts of the world, and it's cool just like talking and getting to know everybody from around the world and hearing their different life experiences.
So Ollie, I know you play with your dad quite a lot, and I know you're already better than him because you're really good at two-tapping and you two-tap So have you got any memories of Sea of Thieves that stand out to you, something that you just can remember?
One of the memories that I have of Sea of Thieves is it was actually quite recent. It was only last year, and it was when I teabagged my dad. that was
You see, I could have a chance then to say, hey, kill the shit. Wow, you took on Bailey's shit, and you still blew shit up. You had all that opportunity to get shit back right there. All that is right there for you.
I gave the opportunity to talk about Zoo there as well, and
Had to get that.
So have you all got one memorable moment from this year that you've done either within Sea of Thieves or within the community that's really stood out to you?
Yeah, I got one. It was during the season 18 community weekend, is when I met Vincent. And I was just selling my loot at the outpost, and I saw someone approach with the hourglass Athena flames on in front of the ship. And I thought, oh boy, here we go. So I shot over, tried the board, and he was like, hey man, can I ask you for a favor? I said, okay, what's up? I am level 99.8. I need one more sync to get my ghost curse. Can I please sync you? I was like, but what about my supplies? I mean, what's in it for me? It was like, I don't know. I said, I'm getting merged up the server, man. I gotta be here. I said, we'll do it. And then you invite me into your crew. We go into the hideout. and I want to see you get that curse. I was like, done. So I put up the hourglass, I let him sync me, and I got the invite. So Vincent held true to his word. We got into the hideout. I showed him around, and we got on the spot. I put on my curse, I started dancing, and he watched this cinematic unfold, and I could hear in his voice, I was like, oh my god, this is so awesome. Oh, dude, thanks. I was, fuck. This is what this weekend is about. Just helping people out, expanding, well, your community again, and having fun, and sharing these special moments.
Happened this past week actually. Kavich and I, shout out to Kev. Him and I were doing our Reaper hunting thing. We were out just, finding people, taking them down, having fun, saying GGs. Found a Reaper. They started running, and we're like, oh dang, another Reaper runner. Oh no. Hey, by the way, the green room back there is not very green. You need to talk to somebody about that. It's not very green. But anyways, we were chasing this Reaper. And like for probably 10-15 minutes they tried to backboard, and like finally like the guy like kind of started piping up over the mic like, hey man, I'm just trying to play with my like 9-year-old daughter, we're just having fun. And we're like, oh okay. So Kevin and I immediately knew what to do. So like we did catch up with him. His daughter got on because we could tell who was talking to us beforehand, who the dad was. And we were letting her kind of just like kill us a little bit. She accidentally blunder bombed herself, which was good because he actually got into an orbital and got some pressure on us. But he saw that after she did a backboard, we dropped anchor so that she could get on, and he kind of figured out what was happening and kind of got with the program. And so Kevin and I both kept sending over and, with some swords and just kind of blocking her sword swats or her swipes. And I'd would smack her once, and then I was just kind of playing and talking. We're like, haha, taste steel, and having fun. And he eventually found out or went into the chat and messaged and said, like, man, you just made her whole like summer, dude. Like, thank you for that. And I'm like, that's what we're doing, man. Making memories, having fun. Like she's gonna remember that for a little bit. And I think that's what the game's about, is just having memories with friends and strangers and just enjoying it. So.
So I think the biggest thing for me, realistically, I don't think it's actually in-game, but it's how we came together with football. So a few of us obviously been playing together for a while, and to see all of this come together and for us to finally get the goal deficit down a lot, so I think that's a big one for me. That's probably one of my favourite memories from this year alone, is how we came together as a team for football. Obviously being invited to one big game as well, it's huge. But then there's so many different interactions I've had on the seas, so many different crews that I've bumped into. Everyone's got a different story. There's far too many to pick just one. But it's always good fun just saying me and you, isn't it? We always get ourselves into something, and just watching him just, be him basically. It just makes me very proud, and that's probably my favourite memory from the game, to be honest. It's just the crazy and ridiculous things you come out with.